This is part 2 of tracing over a skirt. Now after part 1, your card should look exactly like this. Now firstly, I'm just going to check that I'm still in my skirt layer, and then I'm going to go click my pen tool and just make sure that the stroke fill is still on. Now what we're going to do is we're going to start by adding in the details, but I'm just going to now change my stroke to be 1, like that. Then I'm going to start off by just simply adding in the dots here, again by using the pen tool and doing each side of this. Then I'm going to use my rectangle tool. I'm going to draw in the placket here, just like that. I'm then going to now fill this in using my swatches in white. Then we use my black arrow tool to end this and go back to pen. I'm then going to add in my stitch detail at the bottom here. I'm going to start on one point here and I'm going to now curve it like that. And then I'm going to end the anchor point here using the Alt key. And then I'm going to remove the fill. Then I'm going to go back to my black arrow key, go to stroke and tick dash line. And again, just making sure this is 1 by 1. Like so. Then now I want to add in my brushes here. So I'm going to use the pen tool, go to stroke, remove the dash line and just select and use the anchor tool to create these stroke points here. I'm then going to do the same on this side, like so. Then I'm going to select the stroke tool here. I'm going to go to Windows, I'm going to select brushes and this box will appear here. Now, you can add in any brushes here because there's a lot already saved in Illustrator by clicking on the brushes library here and selecting any of the brushes that are already in here. Alternatively, there's so many you can download from the internet as well. I'm going to go to Artistic and I'm going to go to Ink and then this box will appear. And you can select any brush and you can see here that each stroke is changing. Now I'm going to use marker. And then I'm going to go to my stroke layer and change this to be 0.25 like so. Then I'm going to select the other side. Again, because I've already selected marker, I'm going to tick marker. And I'm going to go to stroke. I'm going to change this now to be 0.25. Now I'm going to select the rectangle that I've created here. And I'm going to go to right click, arrange and bring this to the front. Then I'm going to click on my stroke here and I'm going to go to stroke and I'm actually going to now amend this to be 2 by 2. Like so. Then now what I need to do is I'm going to create the buttons for the centre front line here. To do this I'm going to use the ellipse tool and I'm just going to create, holding down the shift key, a circle here. And we're going to go to stroke and untick the dash line and amend this to be 2. I'm then going to use my ruler tool and drag over and create a centre front line here. And then I'm going to use my Command and plus to zoom in as a shortcut. Alternatively, you can use the zoom tool here. I'm then going to use my pen tool and make sure that the stroke is filled by going to swatches and using the red. And then I'm going to amend the size to be 0.75. I'm going to use the ellipse tool again. I'm going to create another circle on the outside here, like so. I'm going to use my black arrow tool. I'm going to select the middle. I'm going to drag this over to the centre here. I'm then going to use my Alt key. I'm going to drag this over to create another one, lining this up. And then I'm going to select both of these, again by using the Alt key and clicking on the centre here. Again by holding down Shift and using the Alt, just dragging this down to create an exact replica here. I'm then going to click on my guideline. I'm going to use the return key to delete this. I'm then going to highlight using the black arrow tool and select all of the shapes that I've created here. I'm then going to right click and group these. I'm now going to amend this by using the shift key and making this slightly smaller here, like so. I'm then going to drag this over to the button here. I'm going to keep it lined up, but I'm actually still going to use the Shift key and arrows to make this smaller, like so. I'm just going to use the arrow key just to move that over slightly there. Now, I'm going to use the Command and Zoom key to zoom out, and then I'm going to select the button I've just used, and I'm going to use the Alt key. I'm just going to hold that down and just create the other buttons here. Now, I'm not too worried about where they're sitting at the moment because I'm going to use my Align tool to realign these up. So now I'm going to select and hold down the Shift key on the keyboard and hold and select all the buttons here. I'm then going to go to Window, Align, and this box will appear. I'm now going to use my horizontal align center because these are in the center front, I'm going to use the center front as a key here to keep them all in the same alignment. I'm then going to use my distribute object and I'm going to click this and to make the space evenly between them. And I'm going to click exit on that. Then I'm going to click on my guide tool here and I'm just going to delete that. Now we've completed all the details on here, I'm now going to go to my layers and I'm going to remove the template behind. And as you can see now, our template looks exactly like the CAD. Now I'm just going to use my black arrow tool to select the CAD here. I'm now going to change the stroke colour to be black. And then I'm going to go to Object and group this. And then I'm just going to double check that all of my points are all neatly correct. And this is how you trace over a CAD using a skirt.